Good day, viewers. Welcome to another mathematics presentation. So in this presentation, we're going to answer a question coming from mathematics paper 2 for GCE. So this is a question coming from the topic statistics. So the question reads, the ages in years of 100 patients treated at a certain health center on a particular day are given in the table below. So this is the table that is giving us such data of patients that have been treated at a certain healthy center on a particular day. So here we have age in years. So we have this ending up to here. Then here we have number of patients, 5, 10, 25, 30, 20, 0. 2010, sorry. So the first question A, calculate the standard deviation. So this question is carrying 6 marks. So now, remember, to answer this question, there's no need for you to write it on the graph. You are supposed to answer it using the answer sheet that you are provided with, unless for question B. So we are going to calculate the standard deviation. So there are two formulas that you can use. You can use the formula method or you can use the table method. In this case, I'm going to use the table method. Now, look at this type of data that you have. So this type of data that you are given is grouped data because we have the class intervals from 0 less than x less than or equal to 10. So the moment you identify this, just know that this is grouped what data. So what are we going to do? Since we are using the table method, we are going to come up with a table. Okay, so this is a table that I'm going to come up with. So this table now, since we are calculating for standard deviation, so the formula for calculating the standard deviation, we know that for grouped data, standard deviation is equal to, so we can write the square root of, so here we can have summation of fx squared divided by summation of f minus the mean. All right, so this is the formula. Okay, now this table that we have, the first column that we have, we are going to write f. This one we are going to write x. Then this one we are going to write fx. The last one we are going to write fx squared. Okay, so when you look at the question now, you need to identify which one is f. So look at this table, the first table. So this one, since we have the class intervals right here, this will present x. Then here, this will present f. So f, we are going to have 5, 10, 25, 30, 20, 10. This is what we are going to write in f. Okay, so in f right here, we are going to write, we have 5, we have 10, we have 25, we have 30, we have 20, then we also have a 10. Okay, this is what we are going to write in f. Right, so now here you can see there is this table. So here we can write summation, meaning that we are going to write the totals here. Okay, we are going to write the totals. So for the totals, you need to add 5 plus 10 plus 20 plus 30 plus 20, again plus 10. So that's what you write here as your f. Okay, so the f, once we add this, it will give us 100. Now, what about x? So this x is presenting the class intervals that we have here. So here we have 0 to 10. So this x is the middle point. So when we add 0 plus 10 to give us 10, 10 divided by 2, it's a 5. So here we are going to write a 5. Okay, again, you do the same on the second one. You have 10, this one, you have 10 plus 20. It's a 30. Half of 30, it's a 15. So here we are going to write a 15. So this is what we are going to do, following the same principle. Again, here we have 20 plus 30. 20 plus 30 gives us 50. Half of 50, it's a 25. So again, here we are going to have a 25. So you do the same on the remaining boxes. Right, so now, here, when you look at the formula, we have summation of fx squared and summation of f. We also have the mean. So First thing, we need to find the mean. So to find the mean, we say mean is equal to, so we get the summation of fx, then we divide by summation of what? F. So that's why we need to find this summation of fx. Summation of f, we know it's this 100 here. So what we are going to do is, now on this table, since we have completed it, okay, we have just done the same with what we are doing. These are the midpoints, okay. So now fx means f times x, meaning 5 times 5. So here you are going to get a 25. Then here 10 times 15. This will give us 150. Then here we have 25 times 25. So 25 times 25, this will give us 625. Again here you can see we have 30 times 35. So here you multiply 30 times 35. So this is paper 2. This is paper 2. You are required to use a calculator. Then 20 times 45. Okay, 20 times 45. It will give you this value, 900. Then 10 times 55. This will give us 550. Okay, so now we can write the summation of this fx down here. We can add these values on the calculator. Okay, so let's add these values. So we have, okay, so we can add them as I'm doing the same. Get your calculator, you add also. All right, so the summation of this fx, once we add 25 plus 150 plus 625 plus 1050 plus 900 plus 550, this is the summation that we are going to get. We'll get 3,300. So we are done. Okay, so now we come here where it's saying fx squared. So here fx squared. So what we'll do is we'll get this f. Okay, we'll get this fx. We can even get this fx, this one, times this value of x, because it's saying fx squared. So fx, we have this one. Now this x is squared, so we can multiply this product. We multiply with the x value 25, and then we can write the values here. It's fine. Or you can get 5 squared then times f. It's just the same. Okay, so the first thing that you get, okay, you can get 25 times 5. You have seen to give you 125. So here you can write 125. If you don't want this, even if you press, you say 5 squared, okay, you press 5 squared times 5, it still give you 125. So just get this 150 times this. Okay, that's what we are going to do there. Let's multiply now. All right, so now once we are done multiplying throughout, these are the values we are going to get. So we said fx squared, so the x is squared. So fx we already have, fx is 25. So 25 times 5, you get this. 150 times this, you get this value. 625 times 25, you get 15,625. 1050 times 35, you get the 6,750. 900 times 45, you get 40,500. 550 times 55, you get 30,250. So you can find the summation of this, okay, so that we indicate. So let's just add now on the calculator. So we have 125 plus 2250 plus 15,625. Okay, you can also add, you do the same. All right, so once you are done finding the summation of all these values, this is what you get on your calculator. So make sure that you are also punching through in case I've made a mistake. So you get 125,500. This is what you get. So now we are done with our table. We are done with our table. So we just come back now to the formula. So here we are finding the mean first. So mean is equal to summation of fx. Okay, so this is the summation of fx right here, this value, which is 3,300 divided by summation of f, which is this one right here, which is 100. So this will give us, we can just cancel these two zeros. Okay, we remain with a 33. So this is the value for the mean. Okay, so now after finding the mean, it's very easy now to calculate. So from this same formula now, we can even get, we do this, we can get summation of fx squared, we divide by this, then we just subtract the what? The mean. It's also fine. Okay, so now we can say we get the summation of fx squared over summation of f. So the summation of fx squared, this is the value right here, which is 125,500 over the summation of f, which is this one is 100, we know. So this will give us what? We can cancel these two zeros. Okay, this will give us 1, 2, 5, 5. So the summation of fx squared divided by summation of f, it's giving us 1,255. So now we can come back to our formula and say, therefore, standard deviation is equal to, okay, so in this formula, this we have found is this one, which is 1,255 minus the mean. This is the mean. Now remember, the mean is squared. So we're going to write 33 in brackets, we square it. So just now write, therefore, standard deviation is equal to square root of 1,255, take away 33 squared. Okay, what do we get? So 33 squared, this is what you get, 1,089. So you get 1,089. So here is just a matter of subtraction. You say standard deviation is equal to this minus this. Okay, so we are going to have 1,255. Okay, 1,255 take away 1,089. Okay, it will give us 166. So just find the square root of this. Therefore, standard deviation is equal to, so we just find the square root of what? 166 on the calculator like this. Okay, to give us this value, which is 12.88409873. Now the question is not specified here. We can look at the question. It has not said to leave our answer to what decimal places. No. So if the degree of accuracy is not specified in the question paper like this, leave your answer correct to 3 significant figures. So therefore, standard deviation is equal to 12.9. So this is the standard deviation, and this is how we are going to get the 6 marks. So we have answered our first question, which is question A. We can now answer our question B. So question B reads, answer this part of the question on a sheet of graph paper. Okay, very, very important. So we now need to get a graph paper. So once we get a graph paper, the first thing that we are going to do is we look at this question B1, which is saying using a table above, meaning that using this table above, copy and complete the cumulative frequency table below. So this table is showing the cumulative frequency table. So now here, these are blank spaces. So we need to complete this table using this one. So for this one, you are going to copy this table on your graph. Okay, and then you complete here. So how do you complete? You just add 0 plus 5. Okay, 0 plus 5 is this 5. 5 plus 10, it's a 15. 15 plus 25, you get a 40 right here. So here you write a 40. 40 plus 30, you get a 70. This is the 70. 70 plus 20, you get a 90. 90 plus this 10 right here, you get 100. So we have completed. We write 40, 70, 90. So we are going to write this table on our graph. All right, so this is our graph. So don't forget, we need to indicate this is question 1B1. This is the one that you have answered. So here we said we have 40, okay, we have 70, then we have 90, then you get a 1 mark. Okay, so now let's come back to our question B2. So our question B2, very important, using a scale of 2 cm to represent 10 units on each axis So on each axis, we are going to use 2 cm to represent 10 units. This is the range for x, and this is the range for y. So in the x-axis, we start from 0, ending up to 60. So we'll be moving 0, 10, 20, 30, up to 60. Again, in the y-axis, we do the same. From 0 up to what? To 100. 0, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, up to 100. This is the information right here. So when you look at your graph now, this is your graph. Okay, this is your graph. So this is what you are going to do. Okay, I've already made it. So you write the 0 here. So we're going to have the 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. This is what you are going to write here. Okay, very, very nicely. Okay, that's when you'll be able to score the marks. Then this is showing age in years. Okay, on top is showing the age in years. We are drawing this one. So this is x, this is y. So x is showing the age in years. That's why I've written that. Then the y is showing the number of patients. Okay, so even here, we start from 0, 10, 20, up to 200. Okay, so this is what you get. You even indicate y. So you have 100, 90, 80, 70, 60, okay, as you can see, all the way up to 10. Then you have the origin right here. So to start plotting now, you just use this second table, the second table that you draw on your graph, which is this table right here. So this is 0, 0, okay. You need to put a point on 0, 0. So 0, 0 is just right here. Okay, this is where the point will be. Then the second one, we have 10, 5. So 10 in x, 5 in y. So the 10 is right here. So the 5, since here we are using 10 units, so you count from here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this is where the 10, 5 is. Okay, you just put a point like this one. Okay, then the second one that you have is 20, this one, 20, 15. Okay, so 20 is right here. So the 10 is right here. 15, you count again. Okay, from here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this is where the 15 will be. You put a point. Okay, then the second one that we have, as you can see, I'm following the table here. Okay, you get 30, 40. So you go in the x-axis, the 30 is right here. And where is our 40? You can see our 40 is right here. This is the 30, 40. So we put our point here. Then the second one that we have, we can take a look. We have 40, 70. So 40 in x-axis and 70 in y-axis. So in x-axis, this is the 40. Now let's just identify the 70. Okay. So where is our 70? This is our 70. This is now 40, 70. Then followed by what? Okay. Followed by 50, 90. So since we are on 40, then and the 90 is, let's just see, 50. This is the 50, 90. So we need to just go up until we find the what? The 90. So here we have 80. This is the 90. I hope you are able to see. This is the 50, 90. Okay. Then the last one that you have, you can see, this one is 60, 100. So 60 on the x-axis. So right here on the x-axis, the 60 here. Then we go on the y-axis for 100. So where is our 100? This is where 100 is. So this is the 60, 100. Then just connect these points and see what cumulative frequency curve that you are going to have. Let's connect the points. All right, so this is the curve. This is the curve that you are going to get, this one right here. So once you get this curve now, you just need to indicate that this is question B2. Okay, then you get your marks. Okay, so from there, since we have identified, or we have drawn our curve, you can see. Okay, now for you, you need to make it nicely. Okay, we need to make it nicely. Let us now go to our second question. So, which is our, I think it's our last question. Okay, which is this one. Showing your method clearly, use your graph to estimate the semi-interquartile range. So we are finding the semi-interquartile range using our graph. Okay, so this is our Roman numeral 3. Okay, so our Roman numeral 3, what are we answering? We are answering for the, let me write here, semi-interquartile range equal to. So how do you find the semi-interquartile range? Okay, so if you are finding the semi-interquartile range, you get the upper quartile, which is the Q3, minus the lower quartile. Okay, and the lower quartile is a Q1. Then after this, you need to divide by what? By 2. This is the formula. So first of all, find the upper quartile, which is the Q3. So the Q3 is equal to, how do we find the upper quartile? We use this formula, 3/4 times the total frequency. Okay, times the total frequency. So what we are going to do is, we are going to write 3/4 times, remember the total frequency here is what? 100. So you can cancel 4 here, 4 into 100 to give us a 25. 25 times 3 to give us, so 3 times 5, it's 15. You can write 5, you carry 1. 3 times 2 is 6 plus 1, 7. So 3 times 25 give you 75. Now you need to go to the graph, identify where your 75 is. So we need to come to the graph. So this is our 70 right here. So our 75, we can count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this is where 75 is. You can draw a line until you touch the curve. Okay, let's see. All right, so this is what we are going to do. So this is our Q3, our upper quartile. You need to find it from the graph after doing all these calculations. You come where 75 is. You make these lines, as you can see. When you touch this curve, you can now bring it down all the way to the x-axis. Okay, this is where you are going to reach. So this is 40, 41, 42. So here we can now know that our Q3 is equal to 42. Then you can now find your Q1. So your Q1 is found by 1/4. Okay, 1/4 times, okay, the total frequency, which is what? 100. So again, this will give us 4 here, 4 into 100 is a 25. 1 times 25 to give us a 25. So again, go to the curve, identify where your 25 is. So this is where my 20 is in the y-axis. So 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. Our 25 is right here. So what do you need to do? Get a ruler, you draw just like we have done. Okay. All right, so this is now our lower quartile, which is our Q1. So we have done the same like this. Then come down all the way here to the x-axis. So this is 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. So this is 24. So our Q1 is equal to 24. So now remember, the question is, we are solving for the semi-interquartile range, which is Q3 minus Q1, upper quartile minus lower quartile, over 2. So where there is Q3 now, we are going to put a 42, minus where is the lower quartile, we are going to put a 24. So this is what we are going to do now. Say therefore, semi interquartile range is equal to 42 minus 24 divided by what? 2. So from here we are going to write, so let's just take away 42, take away 24, okay? 42 take away 24, this will give us something like, to give us 18 divided by 2. So our semi-interquartile range, 2 here, 1, 2 there, it's 9. So this will give us 9. So this is the answer. Okay, this is the answer. This is the semi-interquartile range. So we are done answering this question. Okay, we are done. We have answered it fully. So if at all you have any questions or they have made a mistake during the calculations, you are free to comment, and then I'll be able to respond to you. Okay, so thank you so much, everybody. We've come to the end of our short presentation. This has been your presenter, Mr. Mlenga. Bye-bye.